How you doing, officer?
Not too bad. Did you call?
It's 1:52 p.m. on, what is it, the 28th today?
Yes, sir.
All right, well, I come out, and obviously Doug here, he's mad about something. I don't know, guy. I'm sick. I was in the house. Wife said, hey, there's a limb in the back of the truck. I come out here and look. I asked Doug if he cut this limb over the back of my truck, and he said, yeah, and I needed to move my truck off the property.
Okay.
All right, well, that don't give him the right to drop shit on the truck, number one.
Right.
All right, so, you know, need to have some charges pressed on him for that, destruction of property. Number two, that's not his property. All right, there's been a long-going dispute here between me and Doug on actually who owns what, and I actually own to the curb out front.
Okay.
But in order to prevent any dispute with Doug here, and I realize the apartment building don't have a whole lot of parking area, we don't use it, okay? No big deal. I could have caused a big fuss about it.
I had it surveyed.
No, you didn't.
All right, sir, stand over there for me. I'll come talk to you in a
No,
second,
you didn't.
okay?
No, you didn't. Or you'd have let me know, okay? That being said, it's going to cost $2,200 to get it surveyed. It's not really that big of a deal to me. I'm not trying to cause problems with Doug. I actually like Doug.
Okay.
But this is the second time he's come over here being shit, all right?
Okay.
A couple summers ago, he started throwing stuff over the fence at my nephew that was cleaning up the yard. I let it go, okay? I let it go. No big deal. Right? And this here wouldn't really have been that big of a deal, except whenever I asked him, hey, dude, did you drop this limb on the back of my truck?
Right.
He cussed me and told me to move my effing truck, that it was on his property.
Okay.
Now, unless he bought this property from the city, I've been here 25 years. I've lived in this house for 25 years. You probably, I don't know if you're familiar with me, but I think I saw you whenever I was out here parked on the grass, remember?
Yep, I was here that day, yeah.
I'm very familiar, okay?
I wasn't exactly involved with that, but I was here, yeah.
It was just about parking on the grass, okay?
Yeah, I remember that, yeah.
All right, this guy actually dropped a limb on the back of my truck. You see it there?
Did you, is there any damage to your truck or anything like that?
Is that even the point?
It's not the point. I'm just asking for charges.
All right.
Like,
he trespassed on my property. Right there says private property. Trespassed on my property. When I come out here and ask him what's going on, he got not physical, but threatening with me.
He's kind of aggressive.
Cussing me. And you know, like I said, I don't have no problems with Doug. We've been here a long time.
Okay.
I've been here a lot longer than he's owned that building, okay?
Right.
And I don't plan on going nowhere.
I understand that. You're right.
But, and I probably wouldn't have got so upset had he not dropped that shit right on my truck.
Right.
But you can, if you want to come over here and look, you can literally see he cut that down on my truck. I'm hoping you got your cam going, because I'm gonna FOIA request all this, man. But you can see where he literally cut it down on my truck. All right, I mean, this is ridiculous, pal. I didn't come out here causing no problems with him. I didn't do anything. I need a report. I want charges pressed on him, and hopefully this will stop him from doing this again. I'm a very easygoing guy, man. I don't want no problems with him. And, you know, I realize I've had some problems with the Centralia City Police Department, but this is just uncalled for, man.
Right, I understand that.
And his property actually ends at the concrete there, unless he bought this from the city.
And that I have no idea of knowing. That's more of a civil thing.
That's a civil thing,
right.
But there again, he dropped some shit right on my truck, all right? I expect you guys to take care of it. I'll sign a complaint. I want him arrested or whatever it needs to be done. That's not going to happen again, all right? I've been putting up with him blowing rocks in my windows, which is what he's doing right now. I don't know if you see him, but he's blowing rocks at my windows. That's exactly what he's doing right now, blowing rocks at my windows. He thinks he can do anything, pal, all right? This got to stop, man. He's going to fracture my windows.
What's Doug's last name?
Dory's. He owns Doug Dory's Builders, man.
Okay.
But you're going to have to stop him from doing that shit right now. I mean, that's literally what he's doing. He is blowing rocks at my windows. And you guys are standing here watching it.
Okay.
All right? I'm trying not to get upset about it, but the whole tree thing, you know, if he just said, hey, Aaron, it was in the way, I cut it down, I probably wouldn't have said much. All right? But he literally cussed me and told me I needed to move my truck.
Is that tree's on your property?
He says it's on his property. But that's a civil issue, okay?
That is.
But my property actually goes, if you look out front, it goes to the curb. All right, so I actually own about 6 feet of his parking lot, and this has been an ongoing issue since he bought the place, all right? And if he'd have got it surveyed, I guarantee you he'd have staked that shit out. But he's been impeding on my property little by little over the last 10 or 15 years, and I've just been letting it go. He's been a real asshole, dude, and there's no reason for it. You know, one year all the siding blew off his apartment building there, and I picked it all up and stacked it so it wouldn't blow away or damage anybody else's shit. But then, you know, there's no reason for it.
Right, I understand what you're saying.
So, you know, I need this
You
taken.
cut this down and drop it on your truck?
He cut this down right there and dropped it right on my truck.
Okay.
Right there. I didn't touch anything. I come out here and I asked him, he cussed me, told me this is his property, and I should have moved my truck. Now this, like I said, that's a civil thing, but this is not. This is a criminal fucking mischievous act right here.
What about all this? Did you cut this or did he cut it?
He did all that. This is also my property. This is my fence line. If you notice, it says private property. It's posted private property.
Right.
He was trespassing. He damaged all the flowers. Not that I care about any of that, pal. Don't care.
Okay.
All right, what I care about is this. And I care about his attitude, like he can do anything he wants to my shit.
Okay.
I'd appreciate you guys. I'll sign whatever.
How long have you guys been going back and forth on this?
Oh, man, his wife, whenever they bought it about, I'd say 12 years ago maybe when they bought it, we used to haul wood in here. And like I said, I own 6 feet of his parking lot. And she started on us.
Okay.
And we just kind of leave them alone. We don't bother nobody. The cops ain't here. You know what I mean? We don't bother anybody.
Right.
But it's absolutely not his property.
Well, it's what I'm looking at here. It's technically this, because there's power lines running, is not.
This here is not his property, okay? The apartment building property goes to that concrete block right there. I've lived here in Centralia my entire life. Unless he bought this out from the city, this ain't even his shit, okay? The city used to mow this before they bought that. So I've been here long before he owned that building, guys. I bought this house in 2000. Been sick with cancer, but you know, I'm getting better, but I'm not gonna put up with this. I just want you guys to do your job. If there's anything I can do for you, you let me know. I already took pictures of the truck.
Okay.
As far as I know, there's no damage, but it's still mischievous to act, and I want something done so it doesn't happen again.
Okay. I will talk to you.
Thank you.